If you clicked on this video and you're looking for some kind of hope that it will help you make up your mind if you should get involved with network marketing, MLM, multi-level marketing, the pyramid scam, direct sales, whatever it is, that's the purpose of this. I'm Dominic Izzo. This is my channel. I'm the Bull of MLM. And I want to present to you a video that's going to really make you sit there and say, hey, I should do this industry. I shouldn't. This industry is full of lies. This industry is full of garbage. This industry is full of integrity. Whatever you want to say or listen or consume, that's the point of this video. Now, clearly, I'm involved with network marketing, and I've got my own past. I've got my own history in the industry. I've been in it for over 10 years. I came from a law enforcement background. I was embarrassed in the industry. I watched a Tillman Ferlita video that said if you're going to do anything, including being a janitor, be the bull at everything you do. So I decided I'm going to be the bull of MLM. My passion is in this business of direct sales, of recruiting, of mentoring, of leading, of being led. That's my passion. I can't say that it's going to be yours. In this video, I want to present to you people on both sides of the aisle that I think you should 100% consume their content, both pro and con network marketing. It's beyond essential. If you want to be so good at anything you do, you need to know every obstacle that's in your way and how to get around it, as well as how to destroy it so that it will not be in the way of other people when they go through it. That's the point of any type of integrity, is don't leave your shit in the path of somebody else's way. This industry has been around a long time, and it's got a horrible reputation, and it really does, all the way from what they call hey huns to you're gonna make $6 million in your first 5 days, to every manipulation that's out there, to the industry targeting a certain type of person, a certain type of gender, of sex, religion, you name it. This industry is 100% manipulating. But again, too, anytime you're recruiting, that could be the military, could be law enforcement, it could be athleticism. For some college to say this is why you should go to our school. It's manipulation versus influence. And those are two things that you really need to decide. The most successful people in the network marketing space are influencers. People who have a positive, strong method to influence others. And those who have failed the most, they're manipulators. Again, I want to present both sides to you so you can see who to pay attention to and who not to. So I don't want to make this any of my content for why you should do the business. I'm going to give you my reviews of the strongest people on both sides of the aisle. So you as a consumer can say, yes, I want to do this industry, or no, I don't. Or if you choose not to do the industry, you're armed well enough to know why without saying, oh, it's a pyramid scam. Oh, it's just this. And if you do the industry, you could do it well enough without manipulating anybody by lying to them about income claims or product claims. It's imperative on both sides that we fix a problem if there's ever to be any unity. That's my goal for this channel. It is 100% opinionated. It is pro network marketing, but it's anti-MLM in the concept of destroying the manipulation tactics that got us into hot water in the first place. I hope you enjoy this content. I hope it offers you value. I ask that you comment in the comment section your feedback, you like, you share, anything that will wind up helping us evolve in the industry, and you'll act with integrity on both sides while moving forward. This is the video you need to start with on your journey for network marketing. This video is going to turn you off. This is John Oliver, and I'll put all these links for channels and videos in the comment section. John Oliver did this video years ago, and it made me cringe. It made me rethink the industry. It made me go, holy shit, there's no any way anybody could succeed. It's got 34 million views. And I read the comment section. And I'm going to tell you, everybody, scam, 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 scam. Oh my God, you're going to lose your friends and family. This video is essential if you're going to start in the network marketing space. You need to know the negative aspects of this. You need to have your gut just doing cartwheels and going, what the hell am I doing in this business? This video it's got to be the number one thing you start watching on your journey, because you need to know exactly what you're up against in both the outside of this business and in your own internal dialogue. You're going to be telling yourself, I'm a scammer. Am I a fraud? Am I doing this? Oh my God, what the hell's going on? This video is where you 100% have to start in your network marketing journey. It gives you every single reason why not to do MLM or network marketing and direct sales. Now, when I was in my journey for researching network marketing to determine whether or not I should get back into the industry, I came across this video, which was a suggestion in my YouTube feed for the John Oliver video. Now, here's the deal. John Oliver's video has 34 million views. This is Patrick Bet-David from Valuetainment, one of the biggest podcasters out there right now. But back then, when this video was done, I didn't know who he was. This video only had about 50,000 views when I saw it. Sadly, it's only got 360,000 views compared to John Oliver's 34 million views, which shows people want to have the reinforcement of what they believe in told to them. I don't want to make up your mind. I really don't. But John Oliver's video is 100% done on emotions. Patrick Bet-David broke this video down. It's an hour. It defines what network marketing is. It doesn't say you should do it. This is the second video that you should get out your notebooks to watch, or notebooks, and watch this video and take notes. This video is essential for the counter of John Oliver's video on network marketing. If you don't do anything else, give yourself the time, give yourself the benefit of watching both arguments, hearing them both, weighing out the pros and cons, and again, too, look at the delivery, because delivery is everything. Who's hyping what up more? Who's more sensational? Who's more just leveraging emotions? I'm not going to say who, but you'll be able to figure it out real quick. Why the network marketing space is so vilified, it's got such a high failure rate, and why people get in and say it's a scam. Is it emotions? Is it true? These are things you're going to have to leverage and try to figure out for yourself. But the first journey, John Oliver's video on MLM. The second video in your journey is Patrick Bet-David's counter to John Oliver and his presentation on what network marketing is. Watch them both. The third thing that you need to do is, if you're going to decide to get involved in this industry, or even if you don't want to, right? Or even if you yourself are going to come up with an anti-MLM channel, learn what the business is. When I got involved with this, 2011, I didn't know what network marketing was. I had no idea. I followed what my upline did. I reproduced all the verbal garbage, all that crap. I didn't know what it was. In 2018, I decided I want to be a professional network marketer. I wanted to be professional in this industry, which meant I got to get educated. I bought this book, Business of the 21st Century by Robert Kiyosaki. It's a very short book. It really is. All this book did for me was change my mentality. It didn't change the way I sold the product. Didn't change the way that I wound up, it did change the way I wound up recruiting. It changed my mentality because it presented, instead of being a salesperson in a network marketing company, I was a business owner who became my own customer. That's all it was. Now, here's the deal. Where you apply that information and how it affects you in your delivery of presenting, pitching, closing, selling, because we can't mince words. This business still, it's only two things. It's selling product or service, and it's recruiting people to do the same. That's all it is. I don't know why we tiptoe around that. You're a salesperson for a company, and you recruit other people to sell for product or service for the company. My perception improved exponentially, both my sales abilities and my recruiting abilities, after I understood, discovered, and gave myself permission to acknowledge and admit what network marketing is. So if you get into this business, the third step is getting educated. This is the book you need to get, Business of the 21st Century. It's a very short read. You'll consume it, highlight it, understand it, and apply it. And again, you will make the decision, should I get involved with MLM or should I not? That's step number 3. All right, so when it comes down to a list of people that you should actually bookmark, watch, okay, on the pro side of MLM, it's a good, the list is extensive, but I'm going to keep it very short to the people that I pay attention to, right? When I first started watching the content, I watched sales, right? I watch a lot of Jordan Belfort's content. You need to know sales. There's marketing and it's different. I'm sorry. In network marketing, you need to cold call. End of story. I know a lot of you are going out there and you're trying to put your product online to try to attract people. Guys, it's really not going to work. You have to familiarize yourself with actually going through the process of cold calls, rejection, building yourself up, understanding what the business is. And it's going to weed out those who just don't want to do the business for work ethic's sake. Ray Higdon. Start with Ray. Personally, I did a podcast with him. I think he's fantastic. I follow his content. Ray is the first one where I took Ray's content and I said, well, that's really not for me. And I learned that you could 100% go one way and take a piece from somebody's stuff, put it into your repertoire and not have to be him. Ray, he's a staple. He's a foundation. He's an extremely compassionate man in this industry. He's transparent. Ray Higdon, 100%, start with him, embrace him, absorb his content, study his stuff. He's one of the absolute best in the industry. Ray Higdon, put him in your notebook to wind up going over his stuff. Tim Sales. You got to check out Tim Sales. Haven't been able to get him on a podcast yet because he's busier than anything, but Tim Sales is another guy that I came on, I started watching his stuff, and I started going, he's pragmatically breaking down the industry and showing, the irony of his last name, that it's sales. He's showing you why people fail, why they succeed, the math of it. Tim Sales, his tone, his delivery, there's no hype, there's no sensationalism, there's no, oh my God, you got to fucking do that. Tim Sales is outstanding for the pragmatic side of network marketing without sensationalism, without hype, without emotionalism, you're going to make $2 million in your first 5 minutes. None of that. You get a big sense of professionalism with Tim. That's why I like his content. A lot of guys out there, jeans, t-shirts, very relaxed look. Ray Higdon has a relaxed look. There's nothing wrong with that. It just was not for me. I wanted to treat this more like a business. I wanted to be taken seriously. It's my view. It's just my view at all. Tim Sales brings that level of business sense to network marketing. So again, if you're going to look at both sides of the aisle, you have to take from them, right? You got to take from Ray, you got to take from Tim, you got to take from the rest of the good pro MLMers, you got to take from the anti-MLMers. You have to become you in this mix, right? Tim Sales, fantastic stuff, tons of free information. Go study him and apply him. Dr. Delia DeJesus, she's a friend. End of story. I have to plug her. She is brilliant because she goes over the pragmatic methods of the psychology of network marketing. Quick on her. End of story. Dr. Delia DeJesus. She is phenomenal at removing the emotion and actually talking about psychological blockades of sales, promotions, just everything for human development. And she's a network marketing professional. Again, you need to put this woman, Dr. Delia DeJesus, into your arsenal when it comes to learning network marketing industry and how it applies to human psychology. Brilliant content. Jade Hooper is another diamond in the rough that you really need to pay attention to. I love this dame. I really do. I got to know her very briefly. She's from my area. We never knew each other out here, but I came across her content about 1.5 years, 2 years ago. Instantly was like, damn, this woman is fantastic. And she really is, because she's real. She's real. The more authentic people are in the network marketing space, the more accessible they are. Like, you can get a hold of anybody. Even Ray Higdon at his level, my God, you can wind up reaching out to him. He'll reach back out to you. Jade Hooper is one of those people. She also speaks to you on a human level to where you're not so overwhelmed. She's not one of those hype, sensationalism, emotionalism. She's real. And if you see her content, you know what I'm talking about as well too. She's a high status earner, coach, developer for other people underneath her in the network marketing space. Again, I think you need to add her to the list when it comes to the people that, well, this is my list, right? Of the people that I did learn from and follow in the network marketing space. Add her to it and learn from her. Process what you like, process what you don't like. And, like I said, use her stuff, but definitely add her to the list of people you wind up researching. All right, so relatively unknown, but is worth looking into is Rick Gutman from Overcome Nation. Now, I was underneath Rick Gutman for a very brief, well, it wasn't a brief time. It was actually about 3-4 years when I went to my second company before going back to the original place I was in. Rick did change the way I looked at the industry. He introduced me to the Robert Kiyosaki business model of what network marketing is. He also was the first person that didn't hype, didn't sensationalize, didn't wind up, you're going to make $1 million in your first 6 months, bro. Didn't do any of that stuff. Rick had the polar opposite of what I was used to, a calmer approach, a more detailed approach. There was more finesse to what he was doing. Now, that wasn't my style, but I took what I liked from Rick and I applied it into my ability to recruit, to pitch and close, and I made it what I needed. So a very underrated network marketing presenter is Rick Gutman. You should look at Overcome Nation and what they do and how they do it. It's different than most everybody else out there who does promote sensationalism, hype, and all the emotional stuff in there. Rick Gutman, add him to your list. All right, I know I've missed a ton of people. I really have, but I'm not going to say a lot about it. Jessie Lee Ward she is the greatest network marketer of all time. No one will ever go to her level. And it's not for sales. It's not for income. It's not for team building. It's for her contribution back to the industry. If you're in the industry or what you're not, if you're not in the industry, Jessie Lee Ward left behind more free content than anyone else in the history of this industry. She was more focused on people development, human development, and business was just a byproduct. Yes, I got to know her very briefly, probably for about 2 years. We spoke here and there. Not always, it was rarely about business. It was more along the lines about personal and human life. And we joked about everything, but I learned from her the value of authenticity. Jessie Lee Ward, there never will be another one. And to be honest, I don't want another Jessie Lee Ward. She was annoying. She was over the top. Way too much energy for somebody my taste. All this crap. But it doesn't mean I wasn't jealous of her. It doesn't mean I wasn't like, my God, I wish I was that full of life and passion. She reminds me of what I was like when I was 15, 16, and I was unstoppable in the world. She was full of life. Jessie Lee Ward is I will tell you, this is the caveat with Jessie Lee Ward's content. Even if you choose never to get involved with network marketing, watch her stuff. You will learn how to be a better human being. You will learn how to give. You will learn how to embrace life. You will learn how to live with passion. You will learn how to be a better human being for your business, for your friends, for your family, definitely for yourself. You owe it to Jessie Lee Ward to consume her content, process it, take what she gives, throw it away, make it yours. Doesn't make a difference. There will never be a greater resource for network marketing in the history of this business until time immemorial than Jessie Lee Ward. She absolutely is the person that you need to wind up paying the most attention to. Now, I'm going to be 100% honest because it needs to be transparent, right? I'm not the guru. I'm not the person to go through, right? There are so many other people in the network marketing space that I think you should follow. You absorb whatever you like about theirs, and then you kick out whatever is going to be making you cringe, right? That being said, there's a list of people on the opposing side, the anti-MLM crew as they're known. You need to do the same. You need to do the same. Just like with the John Oliver video and the Patrick Bet-David video, you need to consume everything on both sides so you can say, all right, this has validity, this doesn't have validity. I need to put this as part of my repertoire. This needs to be removed. Number one, Julie Joe. You need to follow her content. Now, I'm going to tell you my experience. Is this personal? Of course it is. Everything that I'm spitting back out to you is just based on my experience. Julie Jo was, in her words, a very successful team leader in the network marketing space. That's it. I didn't know about Julie Jo until about a year and a half, could have been 2 years ago, when she did a video on me because she didn't like my perceived misogyny. She did that. She called me out. I publicly invited her to a debate. She accused me of bullying, and that's pretty much where it ended. End of story. When you look at Julie Jo's content, now remember, I'm going to highlight the good and the bad of everybody I see. The good of what Julie Jo does is that she presents problems she went through, and it's from a good position. I remember again, too, in my view, network marketing historically preys on weak people. Put yourself in the shoes of the anti-MLM people. How much abuse did they go through to people who were in their upline that did not present the business the right way, that lied to them, deceived them, leveraged them? How much pain did they go through to now that their sole purpose is doing video content, watching other people's stuff, mocking them personally, making fun of them, just completely being emotional and trying to talk you out of the network marketing industry? Remember, all behavior has meaning. All behavior has meaning. Everybody has intent, and intentions are everything. So when it comes to Julie Jo, publicly, she has said this, and she's got one of the larger anti-MLM accounts out there. And if you type in network marketing, she's going to come up. This was a woman who was at the top of her industry, left for whatever reason. Again, these are not my words. These are her words. Allegedly, I'll say that to cover my ass on this. She had a mental health issue, and now she's in the position of attacking anti-MLM and the industry where she's at. If you look at her content, instead of offering a solution to everything, her and a select other group of people, their content is non-stop, choosing other MLM people and completely attacking them personally. You need to watch Julie Jo's stuff because you need to know how never to act in this industry, and you need to start asking yourself, what got her to this point? What pushed her over the edge? And how do I avoid that? Bookmark her content, save it, consume it. If she does turn you away from the industry, that's fine. But ask yourself, how do you avoid from being in so much pain that you take your stuff out on others? Suarez is another industry leader when it comes to the anti-MLM community. You need to watch her stuff. You're going to start noticing a theme with a lot of these women, and it's emotionalism, it's condescension, it's patronizing, and it's really no other content other than I didn't like what you did. And it's a little girls club. So I'm gonna propose that to you for a second, right? What does this industry go after? It goes after weak-minded people who are easily Pied Pipered, easily manipulated, easily influenced, and easily kind of brought into a position of saying, this is where you're going to go. And when they don't get there, it's not their fault. It's the industry's fault. Now I'm going to attack everybody else. Now, remember, personal experience. Suarez did contact or put out publicly information about me. She invited me on for a debate on her video. I don't remember the actual events of things. I have that listed on my YouTube channel. We set up a time to debate because she didn't want to do a live debate with me, was worried about my language. She felt, and she told her audience, that there was no value in bringing me onto her channel of 100,000+ subscribers because of my language, and her worried that I would offend people. You have to think about that for a second. Just like with Julie Jo, who claimed I was a misogynist, the biggest thing that the anti-MLM crew will do is they will shield their audience from a perceived threat instead of making you look like the decision. In my content, 100%, I will tell you who is better than me, who's been around longer, who is anti-me. I want you consuming everything possible to make a decision whether or not you want to do business with me in the first place. I'm not going to trick you into it. I'm going to offer you everything. You're going to make the decision ultimately, which makes our relationship easier. Apparently, I was told this, have not seen it myself. CC Suarez acknowledges she's only done network marketing for about 3 days, and that was it. That was it. Okay. The argument I'll present is if I was a police officer and I went to the academy and then I was on the road for 3 days and I quit in 3 days and I started a channel based off of law enforcement, it would be all emotionalism, hype, sensationalism. As a citizen who has had run-ins with the police, if I knew the law, I still could critique the job of a cop. But if I didn't do the job, how much credibility would you give me? So again, too, CC Suarez is somebody who does go on personal attacks. Again, this is their business. They sit back in chairs, put their makeup on, they eat, and they talk because who does it target? It targets the unfulfilled housewife, the unfulfilled female partner who was looking for connection, who was looking for somebody to say, oh my God, she's just like me. And what is it? It's a coffee clutch. It's 100% women talking about bad, negative traits, and we know how negativity breeds. So CC Suarez does offer intelligent arguments, but again, she will never debate anybody and have them propose counters to her arguments to try to find a solution together. But watch her content, consume it, find what you like. If it keeps you out of the industry, so be it. If you like it, but you're like, okay, I don't want to end up like this, that's fine too. Make the decision up for yourself. CC Suarez, bookmark her stuff too. Consume it, use it, discard it, whatever you need to do. All right, Jessica Hickson no longer makes anti-MLM content, or at least for the last better part of a year, she hasn't. I have limited exposure to Jessica Hickson. Her and I had a personal problem because I called her out for abusing other women who used their children in marketing their product when she did the exact same thing. I just don't respect hypocrisy. Once again, the thing about Jessica Hickson that is good too is she acknowledges, and it's been confirmed, that she was one of the top in her industries with the company she was with. She did great. She did excellent. She was making an incredible check. She left. She left. She has talked about it. It has been confirmed through other people, so I'm only regurgitating information. Emotionally, it wasn't for her. Emotionally, she chose to leave. Emotionally, the business destroyed her. She talks about her emotional issues on her channel. Again, now I'm trying not to be a jag when it comes down to this, but I want to point this out so you could see a central theme in this, especially you ladies. Do you not see that the network marketing industry is a predatory business and they attack weak people? I'm not calling Jessica Hickson weak, but her moments of weakness, apparently that pressure broke the camel's back and she could no longer structure it. She doesn't offer solutions when it comes down to how to fix the issue or how to avoid it. Her content is good as well, too. You need to consume it. You need to watch it. You need to watch the behavior of Julie Joe, CC Suarez, Jessica Hickson. You need to watch them and go, all right, what is the common theme between all of them? Even myself, if you find problems with my personality, if you feel I've got ulterior motives, you should 100% avoid me like the plague. I'm only going to put out the most genuine side of me with no smoke screen, no branding, end of story. What you see is what you get. And if you feel that I'm personally attacking people, then that's my personality and my character. You shouldn't do business with me. But I'm going to warn you. I'm going to warn you of people you should consume, process, avoid. Could be Jessica Hickson, could be me. That's a choice you're going to have to make. Watch her content, watch the emotional pairing with the information, and ask yourself, was there a solution to the problems she brought up? Or did she just bring up problems for the sake of continuing to grow her YouTube channel and making money off of it? That's something that you need to make the decision off of. But Jessica Hickson, consumer content, take notes, apply it where necessary. Erin Bies, another one, friends with Julie Joe, somebody who's got a strong voice in the business and the industry and who has had a very successful career in network marketing. Now, I'm going to say this, end of story. Erin Bies knows the inside and the outside of network marketing. Instead of staying to choose in the industry to fix it, she left and now she's on the attack of anti-MLM. End of story. As I talked about before with Jessie Lee Ward, 100%. I have had personal conversations with Jessie Lee Ward, obviously before her passing, about Erin Bies. She had nothing but good things to say about Erin Bies, would never trash her, but we had a conversation about the reality of what her past was. Again, I ask you, why? If somebody had contact, I'm talking a personal, direct connection to the #1 network marketer of all time, Jessie Lee Ward. And if you know Jessie Lee, like I said, no one gives out more free content than that woman ever has. There will never be anybody else who can ever match her. What would make somebody, instead of staying in an industry, what would make them leave, attack their mentor, attack their friend, attack somebody who I've seen firsthand from literal proof in messaging, attack somebody who was there for them nonstop in both business and personal issues? What would make that person turn on them and the industry? In an interview with Marco, you will see, and I put it up on my YouTube channel as well too, Erin acknowledges she scammed the industry. She acknowledges that she scammed people underneath her. She acknowledges that she lies. I have respect for her on that. It's the same way when I was a cop. I say that I abused the system by trying to get a quota met, 100%. I respect that. I understand that. The problem I have, again, is all of the aforementioned anti-MLM network marketers attack the people they have a problem with in the industry, and they don't offer solutions. Erin, Julie, Jessica, Cece, none of them have ever taken anybody up on a direct invitation to say, let's have a debate, let's have a conversation, let's have a problem-solving issue. They never have, they never will. We, on the network marketing side, we all, for the most part that I could tell, myself included in that, we always offer the option. Let's have a debate. Let's have a discussion. We make our content available for them. We make ourselves available for them because we want to solve this problem. So again, does this sound personal? Of course it does. I want to solve the problem. Does it sound personal? Yes, because I was internet friends with Jessie Lee Ward, and I don't like the attack that Erin and Julie and Cece and Jessica and Marco all did on her. And now I want to come up with solutions for this industry to avoid perpetuating what all of the anti-MLM side claims. There's validity in their claims. There is. But how do we solve this problem together? Because network marketing isn't going anywhere. It's a great industry for self-improvement, for monetary gains, for tenacity, for leveraging your skill set, developing new ones, helping other people. So why are we not trying to fix the presentation, which is all the problem ever is with these people? Erin Bies, bookmark her, consume her, find out what you like, find out what you don't, leverage it, throw it away, use whatever. Erin Bies, another anti-MLMer that you need to wind up paying attention to. All right, Always Marco is relatively new on the scene, been in it for about a couple years, but he came back explosively for a YouTube channel, exclusive content on anti-MLM stuff. I have a mini personal history with anti-MLM Always Marco. His content on his channel used to be stand-up comedy, sales, network marketing, and there was another industry that I forget. He had brilliant content. Everything he ever went into when he couldn't make it was a scam. Marco had a video that I challenged him to put back up talking about how stand-up comedy, making it in that industry, is a scam. To Marco, anything that you fail at clearly is a scam. I did do a debate with Marco on his YouTube channel. We had a meeting the day before, we did a Zoom, we set everything up, and then we did the video. And I'm going to tell you, the person Marco is offline is not the person he is online. Offline, I actually like him. Offline, he has integrity. Offline, he does criticize the anti-MLM community. He does have some negative things to say about the industry, but he also had a few positive things to say about the industry. Marco will acknowledge he's never done MLM. He had a friend who did it when he was 17, 18. This is a personal crusade for him, and he attacks it from every angle out there. He will take in the debate we did. Marco likes to take whatever I say and say that I'm either trying to filibuster him, run over him, or that my comparisons they're apples and oranges. One of the issues was with the recruiting process where people lie about it. And I said, well, if you go to the strip club and the stripper says that she's in love with you and you believe it, it's your fault, which it is. It's discernment. And he says that that's not the same as comparing network marketing. That's completely untrue. If I went into the military and I went to a recruiter's office, the recruiter's going to hype up the military. You could jump out of airplanes and go stab sharks in the eyes with laser-propelled spears. All that. They're going to tell you everything you want to hear to meet their quota. And I could tell you, anybody who's ever been through a recruiter's and is in the military will tell you, yeah, they'll really mislead you. It's the same with network marketing. Now, Marco does propose or offer brilliant content when it comes to you being able to say, shit, am I really a small business owner? Do I really own my company? Do I really own this? Am I really in this? There are things you should consume his content because unlike the other network marketing content, his stuff is less emotionally based. Now, again, this is not meant to be sexist. There's a reason why 70+% of the people in network marketing are females, and it has such an insane turnover rate. Is it because of the female emotional side, or is it because that men see it and they can't get emotions in to the promises of how entrepreneurship is? I don't know. That's a conversation for another time. Marco is somebody you need to watch. You need to watch his debates because you need to watch who can fumble against, who can't keep up with him, who double talks on their words, who backpedals. The debate Marco and I was almost 2 hours up online. It just bred into the emotional sensationalism of network marketing. Behind the scenes, Marco and I talked about fixing the industry. On camera, it was all about the emotional side of it. End of story. That's my personal experience with him. I have nothing else to say about him other than you should watch his content, consume it, learn to counter, because he does you a favor of presenting every flaw there is in the industry, which simply is with the recruiting process. It's the hype, it's the emotionalism, it's the sensationalism. Everything Marco talks about is what recruiters did, and they leveraged on people like Jessica Hickson, Julie Joe, Erin, Cece, and it got them in a position of feeling manipulated enough to now attack the industry. Always Marco, consume his content, see where he goes from here, but he presents good, solid, non-emotional arguments that you need to sit there and be aware of and say, how do I present this to other people? Because they're going to be watching his stuff as well, too. All right, so the Bre Bear is relatively new to the anti-MLM space, and I'm going to tell you, always watch her stuff. I don't know what it is. And I truly think it's her delivery. She does explain what her methods, her reasons why, and she doesn't do any personal attacks on anybody, which in my opinion gives her more validity than anybody else in the anti-MLM space to listen to if you're going to discern whether or not you should do this business from a skeptic point of view, from a negative point of view. Her content, dude, she owns her shit. She talks about her background. This is very limited. When it comes to the Bre Bear, her content is, in my opinion, the fairest to listen to in the network marketing space. So if it goes down this gradual stepping, hierarchy, I think it's like the highly emotional are Julie Joe, Jessica Hickson, Cece Suarez. There's some others. When you get to Marco starts to give in a little bit more level-headed content. He starts to get a little bit more pragmatic. But then when you get to Bre Bear, her content, it's the content that you should watch. I do believe last, because you got to soak it all up. You got to soak up all the angst and you need to get charged up. And then when you get to her stuff, you're going to be like, yeah, what does she got to say? And then you're like, oh, she's actually making good arguments, good discussion. She's not getting emotional. She's not getting out of hand. So the Bre Bear, Add her to your list. She's sensational. I did a podcast with her. I 100% support her. I truly believe that I want somebody like her on the other side of the aisle. And I do want her to remain anti-MLM so that there's a check and balance in place. If there's somebody who's going to hold network marketing into accountability, I want someone like Bre Bear, or her specifically, to be on that other side of the aisle to check bullshit, even if it's mine. If it's mine and I wind up on her channel, then she had a good damn reason for it, and I support her for doing this. Bookmark her stuff, keep an eye on it, watch it, take notes, and apply it. I hope this video helps. There's no other way to end it other than, listen, I'm in network marketing. I love this business. I'm a professional network marketer. It's where I wind up putting most of my focus. At the same time, I know the problems it has. And I just wanted to present this video to you so that if you get in this business, you won't be a problem causer. You'll be a problem solver. And if you do have problems in this business and you're so insecure about it, watching some of the content maybe will put you in a position where you start to discern better and say, maybe I need to leave. Maybe this isn't for me. Maybe whatever. And maybe you can come up with arguments and say, hey, this is how I'm going to address when people say it's a pyramid scam, or all we do is recruit and all you got to do is go get to. Maybe you can wind up defending your position a little bit better. But I know that on both sides, you're going to get people who fiercely, vehemently defend their position, right? Pro-MLM, anti-MLM. I get that. The purpose of this video is to make up your own mind. End of story. You're going to get tons of people on both sides who are going to try to make up for you. I don't want you to, not even me. I hope this video had value. I'd love to see your comments in the comment section. Again, if there's anything I can ever do for you, my number's public. It's out there. Get a hold of me. Leave a comment. That's that. I appreciate you watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.